Okay, we're ready to move on with the build. I already did the unboxing, so if you guys want to check out what actually came in Shipment 3, you can check out the unboxing video. Okay, so now we're going to do issue 9. Let's put the rest of the issues aside for a moment. We're going to look for this part. Let's see. We got the numbers over here, so this is a... Let's see, G1A10011. So that's 11. Here it is, 9. So this is the one we want, I think. All right, let's get this open. Nice. I think that's everything. Yep. Okay. In this one, we have that plastic piece. We've got the packet with 2 packets of screws, and we have the parts. So we're going to take this, and it looks like we're going to use the halves of the bow. Remember from last time? A little bit dirty. But where we left off with this, we had put the nameplate on. And we had put the top part where the rails are. So is that what they want us to do first? Nope. We're going to put part 16 on. And this is 16. So what we're going to do, we're going to put it onto the starboard side. And you can see how it's going to go. It's going to go just like this. And it kind of clicks into place just like that. And we're going to use the AM screws, and we got 1, 2, 3, we got 5 of them. All right. So let's look for the AM screws. Yeah. Now it looks like what we're going to do is we're going to put the railing section, or the white part, and we're going to put that on top. So this is the starboard side, and it's going to go just like this. And you can see where they're going to go. The screws are going to go right into there. And it's going to be held in place with the, let's see, the AM screws. So the same screws are going to go in here. There. Look how beautiful that is. Okay, that's on nice and secure. What do we got to do now? We need parts 9G and 9H. So looking at the piece, you can see this one is looking like it's going to go in like that, right there. And the other one is going to go into this slot or hole, like that. And I think this is going to help keep the walls or the hull situated or in position. Okay, and you can see how they're going to be guided into the other pinholes on the other side. And what we're going to do is we're going to use the AM screws, and we're going to need 1, 2, 3, we're going to need 4 of them. So let's get 4 of the AM screws ready, and we'll do it the way the illustrations show. So you can see how they're going to go into position. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see, but the metal piece, they're going to connect over there, and these are all actually connected to the pieces. The hull sides are put together by those little, I don't know if you can see them. Alright, so let's put the screws in and we'll get this all set. This is starting to take shape now. Look at how beautiful that is. Let me show you guys the stand. And it's going to go just like that. And that's going to keep it in place. Just like that. So that's pretty cool. Don't look now, but that's it. Okay. So we're going to put everything aside for now. Again, I went through all of this in the unboxing. Really fascinating stuff. Okay, now we're going to get the details for the engine, and we're going to use the bottom of the bow. Okay. And that's everything in that box. Okay. And you can see we got the little cog wheels that are going to go on top, and we have the exhausts, and we've got the bottom of the bow. All right, first thing we got to do, we got to get the engine. And actually, I was telling you guys about the replacement part that I had, that I needed, and it's actually for the metal shaft that goes right here. So actually, let me get that for you. Open it up. Yeah. And the one that I had, it was actually round in there. It wasn't, see how it's flat? The one that I had, it needed to be replaced because it wasn't grabbing. And we got the shaft. And you can see that part of it is flat. All right, I'll let that dry. And when it goes counterclockwise, you can see. So remember, you're not supposed to put it clockwise, just counterclockwise. So make sure that that's got enough room where it can rotate freely. I'm going to make sure that it's straight. All right. Alright, just like that. And we'll let that dry. Okay, so now what do we need to do now? So now we're going to take the cylinder heads, and those would be in here. And you can see it's got the 2 pins, and it's going to go on top of there, and it's got the 2 pins. So I'm going to put a little drop in each, and we're going to take this and we're going to put it on. Like that. Okay, so now we're going to take one of the larger ones. And you can see it's got the pin that's on top. It's going to go right there. That's going to go on the second one in. And again, we've got the pins on the bottom. So we'll put a drop and a drop. And these pieces actually help hold it together too. Alright, so we got those super glued in place. Okay, now we're going to go to, let's see, we're going to need 10B. That's going to go on the one on the end. And let's see, it looks like we need part 10E. Yeah, kind of clicked into place. And we're going to do the same thing. I think we're going to do that on both sides, so you can see how this one is going to go. The little pin is going to go that way, so again, a little bit, just a drop. That's all you really need of the super glue. Yeah, it's always good to hear the click. Again, you may not need to glue it. Yours may click in, and I just figured, what the heck, you know, it'd be better to be safe than sorry and have it glued. So I think we're going to do the same thing for the other side. And we're going to do the same thing for this side. So we'll go ahead and put the glue. And the last two. And yeah, again, it's always a good thing to hear the snap into place. So now we got them all. The cylinder heads are all in position, and this is good because these pieces are actually going to help hold the cylinder tops together. All right, what's next? Now we're going to put in, what are these called? The exhaust valves. And we're going to put them into the holes on top, and there are 4 of those. And that's where they're going to go in. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start with one. Push it in. Look at that, huh? Starting to look pretty good. And again, the super glue is just fantastic. You want to be careful because these pins are awful delicate. And those are secure. They are not going anywhere. Yeah, look at that. And again, guys, this may look small, but this was the size of a 3-story building. If you're ever walking down the street and you look up at an apartment building that's 3 levels, that's how big the engine is. Just amazing. Okay, so we did that. And this doesn't want to stay on very well, does it? Okay, so now we're going to put the bottom, so we don't need no more glue for that. And we're going to use the HM screws. Is that what these are? Looks like it. You can see how this part is going to fit right on. And, alright, you can see where the screws are going to go. And we got one more. It's going to go right in there, so that's a tricky one to get in. Nice. Look at that, huh? There's a little bit of a gap, but that's not going to show it's going to be resting that way. But just a bit, at least on mine there's a gap. I made sure everything is perfectly lined up, so nice, nice. We get to work on the smokestack now. Find the number on the right-hand side. Okay, so let's get everything out. Okay. We needed to get this section, so let's try to gently get this out. I had actually demonstrated this for you guys when we had gotten it. I think that was part one. Look how small those are. Okay, first thing we got to do. You can see there's a spring, and it's got kind of a pin or a needle at the end. And what that actually is going to do is that actually is going to pierce this part. And what it's going to do is actually, this is going to hold the water. Let me see if I got my needle nose pliers. I don't know if these are going to be too big. Right in the middle. Just like that. You want to make sure it's right in the middle, so because let me show you where this is going to go. This is actually going to go into this part right here. So you're going to insert it, and you want the spring to keep this putting pressure on this part, because this is actually going to evaporate the water. Okay, so that's all set. That's in this part. So what we need to do now is we need to locate 11B, and that would be this part. Fit the smoke generator from issue 3 into the smoke generator holder. Note the position of the cable and orientation of the smoke generator. The cable fits into the notch. Alright, so it looks like it's going to go like this. Like that. Okay, it looks like we've got the wires that are on the bottom side. Okay, so what are we going to do now? It looks like it's going to go into this piece. And do not over tighten these. I can't stress that enough. I found out the hard way with the Build the Enterprise, because this is plastic on plastic and it's so easy to strip the screws. I'm just going to bring it to even with the surface. I'm not even going to snug it up, just like that. That's good. Okay, so this section, let's see, where is the, I just had the section with the little, oh, here it is. You can see now how it's going to go. This area, it's going to go just like that. And what that is, it's going to hold the water the water is going to come up and evaporate, and it's going to give the illusion of smoke. Hold the tank vertically with the filter uppermost left, and then fit the tank assembly from the previous step over the top of the tank. Do not use any glue. Remember, guys, we need to take this off and wet this section, and then put it back on. All right, so that looks good. What do we need to do next? Next, we're going to take this section, and this is how they have it appearing in the instructions. I'm just going to go just like, and make sure it lines up, because remember, they got the angle. There it is. Just like that. Beautiful. And it looks like we're going to use the DP screws, and we're going to need 6 of them. And it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so let's get these tiny little guys out. There's half. Oh, I gotta tell you, this was a real ball of fun. All right. Man, I'm almost tempted to put super glue in there just to keep it together. All right, so we've got the screws in, and I'm thinking it's the ladder that's gonna go over that to hide it. So this was, you got to have a lot of patience, because these screws are tiny. Look at the screw, look at my finger. All right, that's in. What's next? So we need to take this section, and we've got this part, and you can see this is where the all of the rigging is going to go. It's going to fit into the slots. You can see just like that. You'll be able to put the rigging on. And this is going to go like that. You guys can hopefully see the rivets. Now, I don't see any place for a screw. I'm thinking the ladder is going to hold this in place. Fit the funnel cap 11H onto the funnel assembly, pushing it firmly in place. The 3 holes in the cap circled in yellow must face the same directions of the holes in the seam of the funnel plating. Yeah. Do not use any glue. So we're not going to glue this. Note that there is a square hole in the base of the funnel. Right there. Take the smoke generator and tank assembly and feed the cable of the smoke generator through the rectangular base. Okay. So, it's going to go like this. And we need to feed this section through the hole. Yeah, it's good to use tweezers. So we're going to get it through like that. And just so you guys can see, we got the smoke generator. Okay, so we've got this section in. And what's next? You can see we've got the grill. And there are little notches on either side. And hopefully you can see the little notches. I'm just going to go in place just like that. Beautiful. Yeah, that doesn't seem like it's going anywhere. They suggest putting a piece of tape, but I'm going to just leave it like this because the tape can tend to gum up the side. So we're going to leave it like this. I'm going to keep it in a safe place. And this is the completed work. The first funnel of your Titanic model has been assembled. Store it carefully until it is needed for another stage of the assembly. Oh yay! This wrapping with the little tiny screws, we get to do it 3 more times. Isn't that fun? But look how beautiful it looks. It's going to look really amazing when we put the ladders on. Okay, so that's all done. So let's put this over here for now. And it looks like this is going to be the decking. Nice. All right, here's 12. We got the hatch covers. And we got the woodwork. And let's see, where's the packet of screws? Here it is. All right, so these screws are going to be for the hatch covers. Remember how nice these looked? Beautiful. Okay, first thing we got to do is we're going to put the wooden deck onto the deck plate. Just smear it on. Just like so. Maybe on some of the areas that might require just a bit more adhesive. And again, you're not looking to gob it where when you push the deck down, all the gobs are coming out the side. That's not what I'm looking for. I just want something to just keep it in place. Again, I want to make sure that it's all evenly coated. Yeah. See, we don't need a ton of it, just enough so that every little part is ready to go. And we're going to take the decking and let's start the you can see we're going to gently peel it off. You can see it's got the adhesive on the back. Now we're going to have to make sure that we're going to get it right in position. And once it's down, I like to use something to kind of smooth it. In this instance, actually using the R.M.S glue bottle. And I like to smooth out all the, you know, the raised ridges. You can see all the holes are lined up nicely. And put it down, and we'll run the bottle along. It looks like there are raised ridges, but that's just the wood. You can actually see it's very flat. Perfect. Okay, so this is all set. What do we got to do now is now we're going to put on, actually we don't need the wood glue anymore. Let's put that back there. And now we're going to put the hatch covers on. So you can see the larger hatch cover is going to go right here. Just like that. And we're going to screw it into the bottom. So I guess I'm thinking it doesn't really need glue because of the screws. And again, we can't put these tight at all because this is plastic. And it'd be so easy to strip these. There we are. Nice. Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing for the smaller hatch cover. Oh, actually, I can get ahead of ourselves. Let's show you guys what we're going to do with the smaller hatch cover. There we are. Look at that. Looking nice. Is that it for this section? Yep. That's the completed work. The forward well deck has been assembled and the 2 hatches have been fitted. Yep, and we got that other section of the bottom of the hull. We got the let's put this aside for a moment. And let's see what else we got. That's it. All right. You can see all the little goodies we have in here. We got a couple of screws, we got some bollards, we got some vents, and we got a couple of winches, generator, and we've got the beautiful bottom of the hull. Okay, so let's put this aside for now, and we're going to start putting in the little pieces. And I'm going to use the super glue. Let's put a drop of glue. And let's put them in. And then go just like this. And we got the super glue in. Let's do the same thing over here. Looking pretty good. And these are super glued in, so these aren't going anywhere. And we'll do the same thing over here. Okay, last one. Okay, so you can see we got the bits in. All right, what's next? Let's put this back aside. And it looks like we're going to put in, what is that? A large air vent. All right. There we are. Make sure it's straight up. Okay, what else is going in? What are those things called? We're going to put in, let's see, the fair lead rollers. And maybe I should use the tweezers. I've got to make sure that they're facing a certain way. All right, so those are in. And we're going to move on, so we're going to put in 2 of the winches, and those look like these. All those things, so we're going to put those in, and those are going to go right behind the smaller cargo hatch. So where are they going to go? They're going to go right over there. Yeah, look how cool that's starting to look, huh? Nice. All right, so those are in, and it looks like we have 2 more air vents. And where are they going to go? They're going to go into these little holes right here. Looks like one's going to go right there. We are. Look at you guys are on the deck of the Titanic. How cool is that? All right. It looks like we got a couple more pieces. Let's see. Is that it for this section? Yep. And we're going to put these pieces in. Okay, so where are these going to go? Looks like they're going to go up right over here. Okay. So hopefully you guys can see that on the edge. We have the air vents in. We've got the winches in. We've got the bits in. Look at that. Ooh, pretty cool. Okay, so I guess we're not going to be putting in this section. We've got another deck to put on, so let's get the glue back. And I think these are the officers' quarters. Yeah. All right. And we've got this section left. And again, we're going to use the Elmer's glue. This one's going to be a little easier because we actually have the guide to line it up. Let's put some glue on. Probably not going to need as much with this one. Yeah. I think we got that out in all the areas. So we'll go ahead, we'll take the deck, and we're carefully going to peel off the backing. Just like that. Put that in. Yeah, this one fits on a lot easier because we have a little lip to guide it in. The other one didn't have any. We just had to use the holes in the deck plating as a guide. So this one relatively easy. The only thing is these has raised. They have raised structures on this, so I'm going to have to squeeze it down by hand and try to make sure that there are no air bubbles, no ridges or bends. That looks good. All right, let's put the glue to the side and let's move on. Okay, so looks like we've got one of the large vents. 14D is a cowled vent. Little drops super glue. And we got the cowled vent. And it's going to face out like that. Again, that click is a good thing. Coupled with the super glue, that's not going to go anywhere. All right, so now we're going to put a winch on the other side. Again, the click is a good thing. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. All right. What's next? Looks like we're moving on. We got 14A, and that is what? The Swan Net Vent. And that would be this guy right here. Make sure it's pushing in. Beautiful. Okay, that's in. So we got 14C, and then that's another vent. And that's going to go in the front. Just like that. Look at that. Looking good. All right, we got this. I think that vent, we got that, and we got a little tiny piece left. Let's see. And that's where this is going to go, 14F, and that is the air intake. And that's going to go in just like that. Beautiful. Love it. And I guess we're not going to use this section right now. So why don't we put this back into the bag, just so we don't lose it. Okay, and it says vents have been fitted to the decking roof of the officer's quarters. Vent B will be fitted in a future issue. Store the assembly and unused vents carefully until needed. So again, there are the window frames. You know, I'm wondering, because I'm thinking when it comes to, when we come to find out where the lights are going to be, at that time when we put this on the deck, I might decide to put little filaments of fiber optic in place of these, so it'll actually be lights. And let's see, I think I want to put a little more detail on this. I got this set of testers, and I got it specifically for our build of the Memphis Belle. But the military brown, I like the military brown for the windowsills and the railing top. This has got to be the military brown, because it sure is, that's tan. All right, so it's got to be this. Now, when it comes to the windows, I hope you can see the frames. So what I want to do is give it just a little bit more. I'm going to use a toothpick. And I'm ever so gently going to put a tiny little window frame in these areas. You can see there's a little recessed area. So we're going to do one anyway. We're going to see how it looks. If it looks decent, we'll do it to all of them. Hey, what do you guys think of that? Look a little bit better, because it brings out the windows a little more. So this is going to be a while. So I'm going to do this side, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like. Okay, so we get that side finished. And again, it may not be really noticeable. I might come to regret doing it, but we'll see. See what it looks like when it's lit up. But anyway, I figured the window frames would look a little bit better if they were painted. And I think that this is perfect, this shade. All right, so these are extra. That's going to be for next time. And we completed the work. And that was issue number 14. So, and be careful where I grab this. We just did the officers' quarters. We painted the window frames. And we did the smokestack. Funnel number 1. And let's see, we did the well deck, the forward well deck. Looking good. And finally, we did the bow section. We got it together, and she's starting to form. And I'm sure probably in the next issue we're going to get caps to cap off the screw holes, because there are none. This side is nice and smooth. You can see Titanic. I'm looking very much forward to my next issue. It seems like it's been a year since I got my the issues. I wish they'd come more frequently because it really takes a long time. But at least I got it. And in light of the Eagle Moss situation, I should be happy as long as I get the issues. So my friends, thank you so much for watching. And until shipment number 4, I'll talk to you soon.